Confederacy, Chattanooga, Tennessee was a vital rail hub between Nashville and Knoxville to the north and Atlanta to the south. It was also located on the broad Tennessee River and was an important industrial center for processing iron and coal. In September of 1863, Union General William S. Rosecrans had forced rebel General Braxton Bragg and his Army of the Tennessee out of the city and into northern Georgia. Pursuing Bragg's retreated troops, Rosecrans caught up with them at the Battle of Chickamauga, where the Federal troops were mauled. It was now time for the Union forces to retreat back to Chattanooga and regroup. Now, during the next 2 months, the Federal troops fortified themselves around the city, waiting for Bragg to take action. Bragg, overhearing that the Union troops were short on rations, initially chose to starve the besieged enemy out. On the east, he had the high ground along Missionary Ridge, while he could overlook the city from the heights of Lookout Mountain. Further, the Union troops were hemmed in on the north and west side by the Tennessee River. Now, while Bragg physically commanded the battlefield, he was hindered by his own dislikable nature and an inability to control his bickering subordinates. On October 4th, 12 of his subordinate generals asked Jefferson Davis to remove Bragg from his position, and this forced Davis to personally visit the battlefield to quell the dissent. In retribution, Bragg relieved a number of his subordinate officers from their command. Union leadership was little better. Rosecrans was still reeling from the defeat at Chickamauga and fell into a state of indecisiveness that Abraham Lincoln likened to being confused and stunned like a duck hit in the head. Ulysses S. Grant, hearing of the precariousness of the situation in Chattanooga, relieved Rosecrans of command and replaced him with General George Henry Thomas, renowned as the Rock of Chickamauga. Additional troops were also called for from General Joseph Hooker and William T. Sherman, who was still in Vicksburg. In order to open the city to reinforcements and supplies, Hooker was charged with seizing the grounds at Brown's Ferry, which crossed the Tennessee River. In what would become known as the Battle of Wauhatchie, both sides performed very poorly, with Union General Hooker and Confederate General James Longstreet performing with an equal lack of finesse and competence. And while the battle was a shamble for both sides, Hooker eventually did gain the upper hand, and badly needed Federal reinforcements began to pour into the city of Chattanooga. Over the next few weeks, both sides spent time rearranging their troops. Grant still waited for a majority of Sherman's troops to arrive from the west, and Bragg sent Longstreet far around the Union right flank to link up with Confederate troops from Virginia and attack Ambrose Burnside, who was now in Knoxville. Now, the Battle of Chattanooga proper began on November 23rd, when Union General Thomas ordered a reconnaissance towards a small knoll east of town known as Orchard Knob. This was done because Grant feared that Bragg was sending reinforcements to aid Longstreet to the north, and he resolved to stop them. At 1:30 in the afternoon, 14,000 Union soldiers quickly advanced and overran a small force of Confederate defenders. Now, the Federal troops were then ordered to stand their ground and entrench themselves, while Grant and Thomas established Orchard Knob as their headquarters for the coming battle. Now, Bragg, seeing the ease that the Union overran his position at Orchard Knob, changed his strategy and moved troops from the Lookout Mountain area to a defensive position along Missionary Ridge. And seeing the rebels fleeing Lookout Mountain, Joseph Hooker made the decision to attack. Now, the strength of Lookout Mountain as a defensive position was deceptively overrated. Most importantly, the slope of the mountain was too steep for artillery placed high up to fire down on attackers at the base. And by 3 p.m., a thick fog began to envelop the mountain, causing the fight to gain the moniker the Battle Above the Clouds. At midnight, the fog cleared, and under the darkness of a lunar eclipse, the badly outnumbered Confederate troops decided to withdraw from their position on the heights. The next morning, Sherman's troops finally arrived to bolster the Federal position. And with his left flank now evaporated, Bragg made the decision to stand and fight along Missionary Ridge. Both sides spent the 24th of November positioning their troops for the upcoming battle, and the next morning Sherman advanced along the northern flank of the Confederate positions, while Hooker slowly made his way from Lookout Mountain to the southern Confederate flank. Now, despite numeric advantages, neither side was really able to make much progress until about 3:30 p.m., when a frustrated Grant ordered Thomas to move the Union center forward against the rebel center. Over the next hour, the Union troops overwhelmed the Confederate line, and it was a rare instance where a frontal assault succeeded against an entrenched defender who was holding the high ground. Within an hour, the center of Bragg's line had effectively disintegrated. At about the same time, Hooker's troops finally arrived at the Confederate far left flank and began to work their way northward along the rebel line. And in addition to attacking from the south and the west, he sent forces around to envelop the Confederates from the east. Now, with the rebel center gone, Southern troops were enveloped and they chose to surrender. With his few remaining troops, Bragg began to retreat to the south, and Grant only engaged in a half-hearted pursuit, sending Hooker's forces to try to overtake the fleeing rebels. The Confederate rearguard did fight back fiercely, and they battered the pursuing Union troops at the Battle of Ringgold Gap several days later. Grant chose not to pursue any further as he didn't want to stray far from his supply lines, and he'd still been charged with rescuing the hapless Burnside. As Lincoln stated in his congratulatory telegraph to Grant, "Well done, many thanks to all, remember Burnside." Union casualties were just short of 6,000, while Bragg reported a loss of about 7,000. And when asked by a Union chaplain about burying the Confederate dead by their state of origin, General George Thomas was reported to have responded, "Mix 'em up, I'm tired of states' rights." Now, true to his peevish character, Bragg lashed out at his subordinates, accusing them of incompetence and drunkenness, which had led to the Union loss. On top of this, several days later, he tendered a symbolic resignation to Jefferson Davis, and he became furious when Davis immediately accepted that resignation. With the victory at Chattanooga, the Union now controlled the gateway to the lower South, and they gained a logistical base for their actions deep into Dixie. Sherman would begin his Atlanta campaign the following summer, and Grant would transfer from command of the Army of the West to command of the entire Union Army. Chattanooga, Gateway to Victory, November 24th and 25th of 1863, was published by SPI Games in 1975. The designer was Frederick Georgian, and the artist was Redmond Simonson. The rules follow the general blue and gray rules that we've covered before, and I'll put a note down there for the Shiloh module that I've covered quite a while ago that goes over the rules in a little more detail. But now there are a number of specific rules for this particular game, and I'm going to kind of go through those a little bit. The Union player is the first player, and the game consists of 10 game turns, and game turn 5 is a night game turn. And you'll note on game turn 2 that the Union will bring in several reinforcements. Now, the Union artillery is a little different in this game in that they cannot move. And if they're forced to retreat due to combat, then those artillery units are eliminated. The one exception to this is the 1A Sherman unit, which can move like normal artillery. Now, because of the problems with Union leadership, during any movement phase, the Union player can move no more than 11 units. However, there are no limitations as to the number of Union units which can attack a Confederate unit in their zone of control. Also, advances and retreats don't count as part of this movement quota. Now, the Union player can move an additional 7 units during any movement phase in which they control hex 1025 up on Lookout Mountain. And if the Union player subsequently loses control of that hex, then they go back to the 11-unit movement limitation. Any Union reinforcements arriving during game turn 2 don't count towards the movement restrictions until the end of the night phase. Now, no Union units can move during the night turn, and the Confederate units can move, but they can't enter any enemy zones of control. And you'll also notice these readout hexes for the Union entrenchments and the Confederate rifle pits. And they're considered equal in terms of their defensive and movement cost purposes. Now, the enemy side of a readout hex side is the side which contains these barbed readout terrain symbols. And a defending unit only receives the benefits of the readout hex side when they're attacked exclusively across these hex sides from the enemy side. And their defense is tripled when they're behind these. Also note that zones of control don't extend across readout hex sides. There's these ferries, and units can only enter and leave these through the direction of the arrows that are shown on the map. And no unit can end its movement phase in the ferry hex. If a unit is forced to retreat through a ferry hex, then it's eliminated. At the end of the game, the Confederate player receives 3 victory points for each Union unit eliminated, and they receive 4 victory points for either of the following hexes, Hex 1514 and Hex 1417. Also, the Confederate player receives 4 victory points for each Chattanooga town hex which they have in the zone of control at the end of the game. And the presence of a Union unit in a Chattanooga town hex does not negate the zone of control for victory point purposes. Now, the Union player receives 2 victory points for every Confederate unit eliminated. The Union player receives 4 victory points for the hexes 2207, 2311, 2416, and 2419. And that's pretty much it for the special rules. Let's go ahead and play the game. So here's Chattanooga set up. We have Hooker's units over here on the southwest, and then Grant and Thomas's units here around Chattanooga. There's a big redoubt here, and then Sherman's units are coming down from the north across the Tennessee River. Stretching in a large pattern around the whole city is going to be Bragg's units, Confederates, and then up on Lookout Mountain we have a couple units. I think what I'm going to first try to do is move the Union back across these redoubts and take a more defensive position. I'll try to move Hooker into position, and slowly I'll get Sherman in. I can only move 11 Union units for now, so I think we'll start up here with Hooker. And so there's going to be 1, 2, he's got enough units, and there. So that's going to be we moved 3 units there. Now I have 8 more units I can move, and I'm going to move back here to take this defensive position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think we'll do that. Actually, I think I'm going to move here, and I'm going to move Sherman's. I'll move this guy across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. There we go. Now, I've noticed generally in this, the Union usually cleans up pretty well, but I have actually had the Confederacy win this once, so. Okay. We have 1 combat here, and it's going to be 18, and this guy's doubled to 6, so 3-to-1 odds. Let me get my little combat table here from the PDF. There we go. And we're going to have to go ahead and pin that. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need too much of the terrain effects chart. I think I got it down pretty well here. So we said 3-to-1 odds with a 2, which should be a defender retreat. So we'll move him, and we get across the Lookout Creek. And that is going to be it for turn 1 for the Union. The Confederacy will move, and I think I'm going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again, I'm using I do use my house rules on this one for movement, that I say that the infantry can move 6, the cavalry can move 8, and the artillery has a movement of 4. You can go, if you want to do rules as written, they all have a movement of 6. So now all the Confederacy can move here. So we're going to get everybody into position. Do I want to just make a direct attack or not? I think the first thing I want to do is try to take out these lone units that I can. So five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to get these artillery into place. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I want to get my toughest units into place first. I think I'll keep this guy here for now. And then 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1. This guy can move into position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And so we're going to move everybody we can up in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, I think I've got everybody moved into position. Now we can just try to work our way down the line. First thing I might try to do is I'm going to hit this guy hard, because then I can try to hem these guys in a little bit. So let's try to do that. So we're going to go with we're going to attack here with a 7. And 7 is 14, 15 to 5. 3 to 1 odds. With a 4 is a defender retreat. We'll move this guy into position here. Now then I can try to eliminate this guy. So I get a 10 and 18, 20 to 5. 4 to 1 odds with a 4. Defender retreats, so that'll take that guy out because of the zones of control. And then finally here, 2 to 1 odds with a 1. Another defender retreat and move into position here. Okay, now we'll do the same thing here. We're going to try a 6 to 12. Well, that's 1 to 2 odds. And this 5's not going to help. So we're going to go 1 to 2 with a 6 is going to be a... Oh, man, that was we just eliminated those guys. And I think I will go ahead and move into that position. And then this guy's got we're going to try a... This guy can go against this guy can go against this guy, and then these two could go against him. I think we'll try to do that. So 5 to 6 is 1 to 2 with a 3. Moves him back. I don't want to go across the bridge there. Okay. We have a 10 to 6, 1 to 1 with a 1. So that moves this guy back. Don't want to move into that one. And then here we have a 7 and 5. So 12 to 6, 2 to 1 odds with a 3. Moves this guy back. And we'll hold our position. Okay, end of first turn. We move to turn 2. And at this point, the Union gets this replacements here, reinforcements. And we will start with, now they're separate from that 11 unit movement. So we'll move these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think what I'll do is try to get these across the ferry. Okay, this guy's going to attack from here. These guys will stay put. This guy's stuck. This guy's stuck. This guy's stuck. These guys can reinforce, and I think that's what they'll do. Okay. Let's see here. So what did we move? We moved 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. So that means we can move all of Sherman's guys here. This guy can move into place. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so if we move all these but 1, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't make it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go blundering through the woods here. Wait, is that 3 or 2 for woods? Woods are 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That gets kind of Sherman's guys going, and now we get a fight. 3 to 5, 3 to 10. So 1 to 4. 1 to 4 with the 5 is an AE, so this guy's eliminated. This guy we should not have moved into place, but we'll do 2 to 1 with a 6 is an attacker retreat. Well, that helps. Except one problem. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. That was a bad mistake. So we just lost 12 points. That was stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay, here we've got a 5 to 7, 1 to 2 odds with a 2. And that is a defender retreat. So we can push those guys back. Do not push forward. Here we can use our cannon for an extra 4. So 4 and 5 is 9 to 10. So 1 to 2 odds doesn't help. But 1 to 2 with a 5 is an attacker retreat. So we will move him back. Now I'm not sure how to do this where you can't. I guess what we'll have to do is move the 6 back, and he'll have to move into place there. I don't think I'll quite move Jackson into place. Okay, and then over here, we got an 18 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, but these are doubled because they're on rough terrain. So 8 to 1 to 2 with a 6. Not good. Oh, not good at all. So the Union just, that was an attacker eliminated. So the Union just lost those guys. Bad turn for the Union. They ended up losing some major forces there. So Hooker just got creamed. And we'll move that into place. Okay, Confederacy gets to go. And, well, we're ahead so far. We'll stay in place here. And we will hold this. And I will keep a unit there. Now then, I think my Confederate units are going to get... I'm going to move this guy into place, this guy into place. This 5 will go around over here. And then we'll move our artillery into place. 2, 3, 4. And this guy, those guys will stay put there. I could wait for the Union to get out of the woods. I think we'll do, that's 1 to 1 odds. I don't really think that's that great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll just hold there. We'll kind of try to keep this front going, keep these guys together, move this guy back. Actually, that guy will move back, and that guy will move back. So we'll take a defensive position there. Okay, we've got 10, 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 7. So 27 to 5. 5 to 1 odds with a 5. An exchange. Okay, so we lose one of these guys, and the Union loses a guy. Okay, and that is the end of game turn 2. We go to game turn 3. It's an interesting, like I say, this is interesting. This game can go either way. It's actually fairly well matched. I would say that along with Chickamauga, this is probably going to be my second favorite of the blue and gray quads. Like I say, first time I played Antietam, I wasn't too impressed, but as I played it more, it becomes a little more fun. Shiloh's fairly good. Fredericksburg's so-so. The Cemetery Hill, that's the Gettysburg one's not very good. I've played Chancellorsville once. I'm going to go ahead and try to make a video of Chancellorsville, but so far I haven't been that impressed. There's not a lot that goes on in it. The wilderness is not a real good one either. It's pretty static, so I'm a yapping. Let's flip my... Okay, Union guy gets to go. So we'll start with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't get across the stream here. 8. 8. Wow, that's going to be 1 to 2 odds. That's a dangerous proposition. But we really need Lookout Mountain. The only thing I can think of is to pull some guys from... Try to pull these guys. We're going to try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go there. This guy will go up here. And this guy will go up here. So that's our 1, 2, 3 guys have moved. Now then I can move... all these guys can move. And we can get Sherman across the river. I think we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get him across the river. And then I've got 5 more. Or I can move all but 1. So we'll do that. We're going to move... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Move him into place. 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't think you can attack here, but I think it will clog things up. I think we'll try to move forward here. Okay, I think that is it. So we'll start up here with a 6 to 9. So 1 to 2 odds with a 1. Well, that will push him back. And down here we have 10 to 7, 14. 1 to 2 with a 5. Attacker retreats. And then here we have a 4, 9. So 9 and 9 is 18 to 9. So 1 to 1 odds with a 6. Attacker retreats. Okay. Then the Confederacy gets to go. We have we'll just stay put here. I think we're doing fine down here. Oh, he can't retreat. We could try to punch through. I think... Oh, there's that 3 up there. What we'll do here, 1, 2, 3... One, 2, 3, 4, and we'll move him into place here. Now, zone of control doesn't go across that, so he's fine there. That guy's gonna stay put there, stay put there, stay put there. I think what we'll do is just rain fire down on this position here and try to break through. I think that's going to be the thing to try to do at this point. So here we have a 7 and 8 to 5. So 3 to 1 with a 3 is going to eliminate him. And then right here we're going against that 6. Now, this is I'm a little unsure of how to do. I guess what we're going to have to do is 1 5 is going to have to fight against him, and a 5 is going to have to fight against him, and the other 2 are going to have to fight against him, and then we're going to have to rain fire down from these guys. So we'll try that. We're going to try 5 again, and 10. And then these 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're just a little short. So let's use 15. Or, well, no, that's 18. So we're going to save all but 1. So we have, and this is tripled, so it's going to be 1 to 1, and we get a 4. And that's going to be an attacker retreat. So we know that this guy's going to move back. And this guy's going to move back. And then we still have that 1. So now we've got to fight 1, 6, 2. This is 1 to 3 odds. With a 4 is an attacker retreat. And then here we have a 5 to 10. So that's 1 to 6, or which I don't think you can do 1 to 6. Worse than 1 to 5. Okay, so it's, yeah, 1 to 5. And a 1 to 5 with a 4 is an attacker eliminated, so doesn't really work. And then over here we have a 12 to 3, or yeah, 12 to 3, 4 to 1 with a 4. Defender retreat. Okay, pushes him back. And that is it for the Union. We now go to the Confederacy? Or no, that was the Confederate turn. Okay, we go to turn 4. Turn 4, Union turn. Let's start with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. He moves into the zone of control, but I don't know if I really want to. That doesn't serve a purpose. Okay. 11 guys can go. Let's see if we can get these guys in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's going to be a stacking thing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there, he could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, he's not going to make it. Okay, there's our 2. 1 and 6, and this guy, and this guy. He's not in a zone of control, so I think I'm going to pull him back. And I think I can move this guy here. Actually, I like being right there. That's a pretty good position. Except it's not the Union. It's not the Confederates' turn. Okay, it's still Union turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't make it any further. 5, 6. We'll go there. Okay. And the only real Union attack is going to be 4, 2. I can shoot at those guys. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take that. 4, 2, 8. 1 to 2 odds with a 5. Nothing, because attacker retreat's not going to affect the artillery. And 1 to 2 there with a 4. Same thing. Okay, now over here we have a 10, 14, 23, and 5 is going to be 28 to 18. So 1 to 1 odds with a 4. Attacker retreat. Okay. They had a 50-50 chance of wiping those guys out. Okay. That is it for the Union turn. The Confederates get to go. We're in kind of a rough position here, but what we can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can surround those guys there. Yeah, see, I think, and also you can shoot through rough patches. They're not hills necessarily. They're just rough. So we're going to try that. We are going to try to shoot at, yeah, we're going to try to shoot here. Maybe we can weaken this place right here. So we're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 6, 18. 1 to 2 odds with a 2. Defender retreats. So we send that guy backwards. I should have had a guy to get in there. Oh well. Okay, and then over here, man, I should have moved these guys to try to take that Sherman out. That's okay. Over here we have a 4. And an 8 is a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 to 12. But that's 24. So 1 to 2 odds with a 3. Attacker retreats. And I will try to, I try to move there, I think. Okay. And that takes us to game turn 5, the night turn. We are going to move. The Union can't move during the night. I think we'll continue to keep our place there. And he could move up to here, but he can't move across. Confederates can't move into zones of control, but they can move here. Okay, there's the Confederate movement. I think we're ready to go to game turn 6. So we've done that now. And I think the real thing is the Union is going to have to sit here and let the Confederate just beat their head against them until they can kind of move into place and start to take out the Confederacy. Okay, so the Union gets to go first, and since it's this day, you only get the 11 movements unless I can take this place up here, which I could try to do, but it's going to be hard. These guys are going to stay put. He'll move into position. Move him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's going to be it for my Union movement. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think, well, I don't think I can move one more. So 1, 2, 3, you can't move across. So there we go. Okay, that's it for the Union movement. Now, are we going to fight anywhere? Here we can. 12 to 3. 2 to 1 odds with a 1. Leaves him, and actually 12 to 6. So yeah, 2 to 1. I was right about that. So we'll stay put there. Actually, we'll move here. I think I can try to get that position now at Lookout Mountain. Okay, over here, we've got a 10, 14, 15, 20, 24, and 29 to 18. So still 1 to 1 odds with a 1. Well, that's what I needed. So that'll defender retreats. Doesn't have anywhere to retreat to. And there we have that first point taken. And we're pretty open down here, so let's see what happens. Okay, Confederates get to try to move. I think we'll try to take Lookout Mountain here and here. Gonna move this guy up here and here. And 1, 2, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's starting to see that. One, two, 3, 4. Well, he can't go that far. He's starting to see the writing on the wall, so. And then this guy's going to move here. We're going to form a line. Okay, so hopefully we can try to keep Sherman from coming down and taking these 2 spots. And let's see if we can take out these guys. So we have 3, 4, 8, and there's 11, 16 to 24. 1 to 2 with a 5. Is it attack or retreat? And since I retreated, I'm going to move here. And then that means I can move any unit I want, pretty much, at this point in the next turn. And that was game turn 6. We go to game turn 7, Union movement. I think it's getting to be about time to storm. Oh, this guy, I forgot to do this little attack here. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5 is 14 to 18. 1 to 2 with a 6. Well, that was an elimination. So this guy is taken out. Now this guy's attacking over here at a 5 to 18, 1 to 4 with a 2. 1 to 4 with a 2, attack or retreat. Well, that's better than what we were up against. Okay, now we can do the Union turn. Okay, so we're going to try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 6. Move this guy into position. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little further I can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and have some fun. We are just going to make a full-out assault on the Confederate line here. And since I can move all these guys now, so I could have moved 5 and 11, so I can move 16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, can't. Okay. Let's go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll have to move him back. We'll move him back. And I think I have to move one more back. Oh, this guy's going to move back. We'll move Sherman back. Okay, I think that's going to get... Actually, there was... Yeah, 16 I think goes. So okay, so we'll go 5. Here we have 2. This is going to be a 12 to 2, 6 to 1 odds with a 5 is a defender retreat. Okay, send him backwards. Down here we have a 9 and a 19, 24 to 8. So 3 to 1 odds with a 1 Defender eliminated. Okay, we are... Confederacy is pushing forward, or the Union's pushing forward. Okay, 6 to 5. 1 to 1 with a 6, so he pushes him back. I will take that hill. 12 to 2. 6 to 1 with a 4. Defender retreat. I don't think I'll get in that gap. It's tempting, but I think we'll stay. And here we have 10 to 7. We'll take that 14 to 7. Could we use our artillery to make it 2 to 1 with a 3? Yeah, I should have taken that. Okay. And here we have a 7 to 3, 2 to 1 with a 5. Attacker retreats. We will take that. Down here we have a 10 to 5, 1 to 1 because they're doubled. 1 to 1 with a 1. We'll send him backwards. And then here we have a 9 and 5 is a 14 to 5 to 10. So 1 to 1 with a 6. So it sends him backwards. Okay, now then we can go with the Confederates. This is turn 7 with the Confederates. I think it's time to pull back. These guys will attack. Well, let's try it. We'll try to take that guy down. One, two. Okay, here's what we're going to do here. Here, I'm going to push here. And we're going to stay put there. And then over here, we're going to try to surround that Union unit. Okay, we have, well, let's just start down here. We have 5 to 5, 1 to 1 with a 6. Ah, shoot, okay. Nothing really lost there. I was trying to push this guy off the board. Here we have 2, a 7, and another 5 is a 12 to 20. 1 to 2 odds with a 1. Well, that'll work. Since the Union, the Confederacy might just win this one. Okay. Let's do this one here. We have a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 11. 1 to 1 with a 2 sends this guy backwards. I'm not going to get in the range of the fire there. Here we're going to try to go with a 5, 10, 17, 18, 19 to 12. Yeah, I don't think it's going to help us out. Oh, I don't know if this guy has to attack. It's not in zone of control, so well, this is in his zone of control, but not his. I think he would have to attack. Okay, so we're going to go with 5, 7 is, and 7 is 14 to 6. 14 to 6 is a 1. That's 2 to 1 with a 1 is a defender retreat, and so this guy's eliminated. Now this guy's going to have to attack over here. That's a 6, 12, 18. So 1 to 4, 1. That sends him backwards. Here we've got a 3 to... I think he's going to have to go against both of those. 3 to 7 and 4. 11. It'd be 1 to 5 with a 2 attacker retreat. Luckily we made it. Okay. And then here we have a... I should have done that one after this one. 5. Yeah, combat order is really important in this game. and 7, 12, and 8 is 20 to 10. So 2-to-1 odds with a 3. Yeah, if I would have stayed here and attacked this later, that guy would have been eliminated, but he's moved back. And, okay, so this creates the problem of how do you push these guys back? Now, I don't think you should really push the artillery. Technically, that would move the artillery and eliminate it, but I don't think that's right. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm going to say he just runs beyond the redoubt there. That just feels a little more fair. 1 and 4 and 8 is 12. 16, and this guy's doubled to 24. 1 to 2 with a 4. And again, they go scattering backwards. Maybe eventually they'll roll right. Okay. So the Union charge wasn't that powerful, but now we've got to try to make it to these Confederate positions. That's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too dangerous. I can move into here, and I can move here. 1, 2, 1. He'll hold that position. Okay, and then let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move him here. Okay, let's see. So I move 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 have moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14. Anybody else move? Yeah. Okay. Let's start with this attack here. So this guy's going to attack across here, and we can supplement with this cannon. So we're going to do that. We're going to go 4 and 6 is 10 to 8, 1-to-1 odds with a 2. It's a defender retreat, and we'll just send him backwards. I think we'll stay put there. Can't use our cannons here. This guy, however, can go in 9 to 4. 2-to-1 odds. 2-to-1 with a 4. Defender retreat. And we have a problem. This is going to push this guy here or here, so it's going to eliminate him. This guy can then move. Well, hold on. He could push. Okay, we can do something here. We can do this. There we go. He's not eliminated. Okay. Here we have a 12 and a 10 is 22 to 8. 2-to-1 odds with a 5 is an attacker retreat. And then over here we have a 6 and 12 to 10. 1-to-1 odds with a 5. Okay, here we have a 9 to 9. 1-to-1 odds with a 5. And we just got ourselves in a bad position here. So actually I shouldn't have got him in there, but okay, he's gone. And then here 5 to 10. 1 to 2 with a 4. Sends him backwards, and he'll push back. Okay. Turn 8, Confederates. What we are going to do is try to go through and just wipe out units as we can, just piecemeal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's what I want to do. And here, here, and here, and here. We will attack over here again. Okay. Now then, we'll start down here. We're going to try to move this guy off. Oh, he can actually retreat. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to assume he moves into that position. Okay, we have a 2. Oh, he can't shoot because of the forest. We'll move him into that position, and then we have a 2, 6, 7 to 5. 1-to-1 odds with a 5. So pulls back. Didn't make it. Okay, here we have a 5, 8, so 13, 23. He can't fire. He can bombard though. 16 to 6. So 2-to-1 odds with a 2. Going to eliminate him. Over here we have a 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18 to 9. So 2-to-1 odds with a 1. That eliminates him. And then here we have a 7 to 5, 1-to-1 with a 4. Moves him backwards. Okay, up on Lookout Mountain, battle above the clouds. 1, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to 12 to 24. 1 to 2 with a 1. Okay, that's what we wanted. So, and that ends the Union, or the Confederate turn. Union gets to go. Things are getting desperate for them. Can't really do anything here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll try to... 4, 5, 6. Nope. Yeah, there's not much there. Okay. Bring in these guys. 1, 2, 3... He can fire down that line. It's going to be one of those do or die kind of things. Let's see, I moved 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there's our 11. Let's start here with our 5-to-1 with a 4. 5-to-1 with a 4. Retreat, and then we'll move into that position. And then here I have a 4 to 12. 4 to 12. 1 to 3 odds with a 2. Didn't make it, so he's backwards. That was a long shot. Okay, here we have a 1 and 5 to 5. 1-to-1 with a 6. Moves him back. Here we've got a 6 to... This gets a little tricky here. Does he have to fight both? I guess he does. That was not a good decision. Let's move over here first. 8 to 3. 2-to-1 odds with a 6. Sends him back. Okay, now we have a 6. This guy's doubled, so 16. 23, 6 to 23. 1 to 4 odds with a 2. Attacker retreats. Well, that's better than what it could be. Okay, we have a 9 to 4, 2 to 1 odds with a 4. And that'll send this guy back. And then here we have a 11 to 7, 1 to 1 odds with a 1. Sends him back. Okay. Confederates get to go. I'm thinking a mad race to here. But I think what we can do, I could get points for getting into town. One, two, three, four. I think I'm just going to take points for eliminating Union positions. Can't do much there. That guy's... Move that guy there. That guy's stuck. Move that guy behind the stream. And... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, maybe they can come in and help. Let's work our way down the line here. We have a 5, 10, 17, and 7 is 24 to 11. 24 to 11. So 2 to 1 odds. And we got a 2 to 1 with a 4. Defender retreats, so that gets rid of this guy. And then over here, I've got a 4. I hope I didn't count the 6 and 10. 16 to 9. So 1 to 1 with a 3. Sends this guy backwards. Okay, over here we have a 7. And an 8 is a 15. 18 to 6. So 3 to 1 odds with a 1. Defender eliminated. Okay. And then down here, 6, 7 to 10. 1 to 2 with a 5. Attacker retreats. Okay. And that's going to take us to turn 10. I think we've got our... I hope I didn't give two Confederate turns there at the same time. Okay, we're going to do... Move him into position. Four, 6. Okay, there. That's what we could do there. Now, this is a Union. I should say this is a... Whoops. I probably ought to put a... Let's see. There's a bunch of these. Chattanooga control marker here. There. Yeah, we should get flip the control markers on that. That'd be nice. Okie doke. Going back here. This is on the last turn of the game. And here we are going to at least try to control those places. We'll make an attack there. And that's it. I think that's all I really can do. I could try to go up there, but I don't think I'm going to lose any guys. Not really. I could move these guys down, but they're not going to make it in time. So we got one attack here for 4, and that guy could make it. So 9, so 6 to 1 odds. 6 to 1 with a 5 is a defender retreat, so nothing there. And then finally here we have a 9 to 6, 1 to 1 odds with a 4. 1 to 1 with a 4 will eliminate this Confederate unit. And we go to the Confederate units. They really can't take anything. These guys are pretty well established. Let's see, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. here. This guy's here. Basically, we're just surrounding these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think anybody else is going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody else is going to make it over, so... Okay. Here we've got a... This is going to be 6 to 1. 6 to 1 with a 5. Defender retreats. He can't go anywhere, so he's gone. And then we'll move into position. And then these 5... 10, 15, there's 3 to 1. And we'll use this to support. So 3 to 1 odds. 3 to 1 with a 1 is a defender eliminated. And then finally we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 4, 2 to 1 with a 1, and that'll eliminate that guy. And that is the game. I don't think I have to figure victory points on that. It's going to be pretty clear. I think the Union won that one. Or, I mean, the Confederacy won that one. I'm sorry. I think they've eliminated nearly all the Union. This game swings a lot. You could tell when Hooker came in and lost that unit, those like 18 strength points, that would really hurt bad. So, and then I had that 12 strength point loss. So, generally, like I say, the way that you can win this as the Union is you just kind of wait for the Confederacy to come down and beat their heads against you. If you can win up at Lookout Mountain, then you can start to kind of pull the Confederacy back a little bit. But and usually they do win. I usually have a Union loss. Anyway, that's what I got this week. Again, I'm trying to put this out on the date of the battle or thereabouts, pretty close. So I sure appreciate everybody for watching. I've got a lot of kind comments, and I really appreciate those. Hopefully this game I followed the rules pretty well, but if you see anything here that I need to change up, let me know. I'll probably do a few more SPI games. I'm kind of having fun with these right now, so we'll be doing those in the future, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.